evening and welcome to Community Friends. My name is Karen Neeley and I'm guest hosting tonight on behalf of Deb Kivitz. I've been here over the past couple of months exploring some pretty hot topic issues for the voters in Norwich. Tonight our subject matter is a little more lively and festive. We're going to be talking about a month from now, on November 24th, is the Norwich Winter Festival Parade and Light Up City Hall event. It's kind of an all-day, all-Saturday event. And I have brought on the parade chair as my guest, Dave Wigfield. Welcome, Dave.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a delight, actually. Dave is the parade chair for the Norwich Winter Festival Parade, and we have two City Hall employees that take responsibility for the Light Up City Hall activities later that day, Jill Brennan and Bob Seward.
Okay.
So Jill was going to be here with us tonight, but was unable to due to a prior commitment, but I'm happy to have you on. I'm also happy, I guess, to be part of the committee this year, right?
And we're very happy to have you.
Well, thank you, thank you. Let's talk a little bit about the history of the parade and when it all started.
The history goes back close to 25 years now. Kathy
Wow.
Neeley started it. She spearheaded it with a lot of, at the time it was a very energetic committee. It was something new for the town to do. And it was quite the parade. I mean, they've had some people from Philadelphia, the mummers from Philadelphia over the years. They've had some pretty good attractions for the parade. And we've had good weather and bad weather over the years. And it's just been a great thing for the town. You know, the payback for it is to see the kids and the adults along the streets.
Yep.
The day of the parade.
Yep.
I mean, we work, we start the parade when it's over, a couple months of rest, and then we go right back at it again.
Wow.
Because a lot of these commitments have to be made early.
That's right.
To get them on the schedule.
That's right. Now, did the Light Up City Hall, was that always a part of it, or was that fairly new?
That's newer. That wasn't always part of it.
Okay.
But it was a great idea to do it.
Right, because it kind of makes it a whole day for people,
Yeah.
right?
And
right.
from what I remember, Kathy really spearheaded that also. She was very aggressive in getting the lights around City Hall. And that was when it all started.
And they stay up year-round, those lights now, you
year-round.
kind of have to.
And it was pretty expensive to have it done. If I remember, it was like $25,000 to have those lights done. And she went out and she wrestled up all the donations for it. So it was very nice.
Well, it's when people who do things like that because they have a passion about it and they really care about an event like that. And your involvement in Norwich, I mean, knows no bounds. You've been involved in so many things, and and you don't live in the city, but your business is close by, and you grace us with the car show every year, which has been something you've been deeply involved with for years. And then a couple years ago, I guess 2010, I think. Right, you stepped up kind of the chair of this parade, right?
Yeah, Kathy went through some illnesses at the time, and it was just a lot for her to do, and I understood. And it was something that I felt that we couldn't let go by the wayside.
Right.
And so they were looking for somebody to take it over, and I said, well, I've got the car show in the summer and the fall, so I got enough time. I can do this.
Yeah. Well, that's really good because it does take a lot, and I guess you've kind of been doing it without the benefit of a committee, which we'll get to in a couple minutes. But you talk about the importance of these kind of things in a community, and really. I hear a lot of people say, frequently, there's nothing to do in Norwich. And I see on my calendar, and things come across all the time, I think there's something to do all the time. You just have to be connected to different things. And then we have this type of thing that really adds to the quality of life in the city, right?
Yes, it does. Yes. And you look around and the things that happen in any community, it's the best things that happen are from the volunteers. You have to spend a lot of money to have a great thing go on.
Right.
And,
right.
But it's the volunteers what makes it, and like I say, the best things in any community comes from volunteers, and that's
well, and it's not just we talk about this week that this event ends sort of Thanksgiving week is the Saturday after Thanksgiving week, and we talk about there being things in Norwich. We can't forget to talk about an event that comes the Saturday before ours,
Right.
which is the Otiza Festival at Otis Library. And I'm looking at the flyer here. It's a marketplace of all things creative, Saturday, November 17th from 10 till 3. And that sort of starts off
Yes.
the Thanksgiving week
Yeah.
with a lot of great things for family fun in downtown Norwich.
Yes.
And it's before Thanksgiving, and they're going to have all kinds of handcrafted items, children's events, musical performances, and a special guest. I'll just say it that way, and then the flyer states it differently. But you know, and that starts off the week and gives people something to get the momentum going, and then we'll sort of cap it off on that Saturday, the 24th, with
Yes.
the parade and the light up of
And the
City
light.
Hall. So it's important to, you know, have these kind of, I don't know, like you said, and these, there's a lot of volunteers, I'm sure, that help with
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Otis event as well. So I remember you asking me, probably in the spring, I remember the conversation, I was telling you I was working on some other stuff.
Yeah.
And your exact words to me were, well, why don't you come help me with the parade? And I said, okay. I think that was exactly the
That's
conversation.
exactly what it was,
Exactly how
and
it
you didn't
it-
take a second to answer. You just said, okay.
Yeah, okay, I'll come help you. I'll come
Well,
help
that's the
you.
way it is. With most volunteers, there's always room for another job, another project.
Right. Well, and we each bring our own, strengths to it, and I think that's what you see with every volunteer that you bring into something like
Yeah,
this, is
right.
that what does the person bring to the table,
Yeah.
that their skill set or their knowledge base that they can help with. So I'm going to steal this piece of paper out from under here because it's our guiding light. But we put together that list, right, of the
Yeah.
committee.
And it makes it so easy when you do that, especially for a chairman. If you have enough people surrounding you that has their own specialties, it's so easy to put the sky's the limit, really, because everybody brings something to the table. It's easy for everybody to do something small, and it's
Yeah,
very-
and what we've got this year is we've got a good blend, and I mean I kind of want to take a minute to sort of thank everybody, because we've been meeting. I'm going to mix up the agenda here a little bit that we're talking about, but we started meeting, I think, right in the summer, right?
Right.
We started meeting in the summer, and we got everything together, and these type of events, you kind of have to just get everybody on the same page, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what we did. We did entry forms, but we've got a great group of people. We've got yourself as the chair, and then I'm kind of helping you do all the paperwork and all the tracking
stuff that
stuff,
I hate
right?
to do.
The stuff that you hate to do. That's okay. A lot of people that I support hate to do that. And then we've got representatives from the police department, Captain Daly and Chris Ferracci. Deb Kivitz from the Bully Busters will be helping us out. We've got a representative from the fire department, Mark
Yeah.
Landry. And that's good to have people like that from the different areas, right?
Sure.
Because
That's what we set out last year after the parade. We made up a list of what we have to improve on, and that's one of them. We had to have representatives from each individual volunteer group in town,
Okay.
the schools. And
so the police are represented because they help take care of things that day.
Right, and they're a big help.
Because the streets are closed, and we'll
Yeah.
talk about that. But, and then we've got fire department represented. We didn't forget Norwich Free Academy and all the schools. Jody Vera is stepping up, and she's been great.
Yeah.
She's bringing in the bands, right, from all the
Yeah.
other schools, and
The
dance.
homecoming queen and king.
Football team.
The football team will be there.
Other groups, but she's great because she's reaching out to all these other schools
Right.
in the general area,
Yeah.
so she's got all of those contacts. And then we have a couple of a great couple that does volunteer work for the city as docents in City Hall, Chuck and Mary Norris.
Yes.
And they've brought a different
Very nice people.
vibe.
Yeah, and
He's
they're-
retired military.
Yep, they're very energetic.
I know. They're really
a big plus for the committee.
go getter. And our very own Tucker Braddock, Councilman Braddock, is coming along to the meetings to help us with some of the logistical things that we might need a little bit more.
And
more help.
when I took the parade over a few years ago, he was the guy I reached out for, and he come through since the beginning, and I don't think I could have went through the whole thing without him. I mean, he coordinated a lot of things with the city that I didn't know much about.
Right.
But,
Well, yeah, because it is different. You do some other events in the smaller towns around us. But when you're dealing with the city of Norwich, it's
Yeah.
a whole, it's
Yeah, you
a,
don't-
it's a different structure.
Yeah, and like we talked a little bit before, the streets are all closed, which means there's a good 20 side streets that have to be watched during the parade. And, it sounds like a small item, but it is a major undertaking just to control the traffic.
Yeah, for a mile and a half, parade route,
Yeah.
right? That
Yeah.
makes everybody happy at the
Well,
end
we
of the
wanna
day.
make everybody
That's
happy.
right, that's right. So we started planning this late spring, early summer, as I said, and we gave a lot of thought to the types of types of people. So I think we went after people that were in it last year. We
Yes.
started there,
Yeah.
and it's amazing to watch how other people have brought in, like the Norrises, brought in a whole another piece that people, I think, will be really pleased. The parade watchers, we
Right.
can say, will be
Yeah.
really pleased with some of the things they've come up with. And we got a couple of bands, right?
Yep.
Do we want to reveal
The
that?
Ancient Mariners is a fife and drum corps out of Pawcatuck.
Pawcatuck, yep.
And they're going to be a great addition to the parade also. And I've never seen them perform before, but a lot of people have. They're well known.
I think I saw them.
They've competed throughout the area and throughout the world, I think. And we also have Lama Tsunami coming. And they have a great young following in the area. I think they were second place at Mohegan at their Battle of the Bands. They won second place. And they'll be there. They'll be
Yeah.
on a float singing.
Yeah.
So it should rev up the participants and the spectators.
Right. And I think we're going to have, I think that I've heard the NFA band.
Band, yes.
The NFA football team, I think we mentioned, is going to be there participating. And we've actually got we'll have a assortment of the fire equipment and rescue. We'll do that. And we're going to throw in some dance troops, I
Yes,
think.
we have 3 or 4
we-
dance troops coming in.
Yeah, we won't reveal that in its entirety.
Yes.
And then we've got groups doing floats. The Bully Busters handed me their form right before we taped tonight.
Yeah.
So, they're going to be doing a float.
And the Greater Norwich Chamber of Commerce will have their float as usual.
Oh, that's
And-
great.
and
That's
they'll be-
great.
They'll be building one.
I think the Otis Library is participating again. Trying to think who else is coming in to participate.
There's a lot of floats that's coming in.
You got to look for the specialty performers too. I think we might have the clown.
Yeah.
Stretch the Clown
Stretch
might
the
be
Clown
back.
will be back.
Yeah, so it'll be great, and then all we'll have to do is do some sort of ceremony or something to get good weather for that day, right? So it's not bitterly cold.
Well, I don't want to brag or anything, but since I've taken over, the weather's been pretty good. Last year, I think it was close to 70 degrees.
Was it really? Yeah, not really a winter festival.
But the winter festival was probably 2003. I remember that one.
Where it snowed.
When the parade started, it started snowing. And by
Right.
the time we got downtown, there was 3 inches of snow on our float. I mean, it come down so fast.
Wow,
And
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
I think I remember because were they broadcasting it on
Yes, they're
TV or something?
broadcasting it on public access TV. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was. I mean, I have a tape of it because they taped it, and you could buy tapes from it. So
Oh,
I bought
really?
one just to remember that, and
Yeah.
it was unbelievable. But it was a lot of fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one thing about this parade. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
Well,
everything goes smooth.
Well, and I think it's good, especially in this economy too, because families are always looking for things that they can do
Yeah.
that don't cost anything or have
No.
a very low cost
Yeah.
to it. And this parade, although we get you have volunteers helping you, and mostly everybody who participates except for a few featured performers
Yeah.
are all volunteering their
Right.
time and their energy and their effort to
Yes.
come along. And we should tell people that the theme of the parade this year is Ring in the Holidays.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So we're gonna build around that.
So there should be a lot of ways, different themes that you could build around on Ring in the Holidays as far as floats.
Right,
And
right.
that's why we get it out early, so the people that building the floats can design something around Ring in the Holidays.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting, and Ring in the Holidays doesn't just give a visual component, but it gives an audible component too. I think it's gonna be a noisier than usual parade. You think?
I think so.
So,
You're right.
I think if people are not at the parade, but they're located a little ways away,
They'll be hearing the bells.
they're gonna know
Yeah.
that we're
They're gonna
having a
know.
parade, right? absolutely. Yeah, so I've been very fortunate to be part of this group. It's been an enjoyable experience so far, although we're a month away and things are going to heat up, right?
They get a lot hotter the last week even, but it's manageable because a lot of people help out. And I'd have to mention the sponsor who was 106.5, John Fuller.
Oh, okay.
He's been with us for 3 years, and he's very good about the parade. And if you recall, 106.5 plays Christmas music from Thanksgiving to Christmas.
They do.
And it's like the Christmas channel.
It is.
24 hours a day they play Christmas music.
Well, I have to say, and that always starts from Thanksgiving to Christmas, but it's been starting a little bit earlier this year.
Yeah.
I actually saw a store in Groton that not only had their trees up for people to buy, but their decorations, it's a large department store, are all out. Like the store is decorated. I'm like, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it. It's not Halloween. It's not Halloween. I'm not ready for it yet.
Yeah.
So the parade will step off at 1:30.
Yeah.
And it's going to go, starts at Chelsea Parade.
Goes down Broadway.
And
then a left on Broad Street.
Left
and then
onto-
a right on McKinley.
Okay.
And goes down to Franklin Square, and then it goes, takes a right and goes up Broadway.
Okay,
goes up the wrong way.
so Franklin Street one way goes one way the opposite way
Right.
that day.
Yeah, that day.
And then they'll go right down to Franklin Square and sort of take a right, and then they'll go up Broadway the wrong way as well.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
We get to live a little that
We
day.
get to rebel a little bit.
We get to rebel just a little bit, yeah. Yeah, so and that takes probably, a couple hours to do
Yeah,
that?
it'll take a couple hours, maybe longer this year, because we're going to do have them
A reviewing
a
stand?
reviewing stand downtown, and so these major acts can do their performances downtown.
So people, so we're probably going to be down in Franklin Square with the reviewing stand?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
all
But
right.
they'll be performing along the way also, but in a shorter.
Right. Well, and I suppose once, I'm not a parade organizer, but once the parade stops at one point to do a performance, then other people are stopped as
Yes,
well.
right.
So they might be doing stuff while they're waiting to.
Exactly.
So people will get a chance to see everybody perform.
Yes. Yeah.
Throughout the whole thing. Great.
And,
So then, once the parade's over itself, we're not done yet.
Yeah.
We need to talk about, we've got a little bit of time before it gets dark, but not a whole lot of
No,
time.
it's usually probably an hour, hour and a half before it gets dark.
Okay, so that's where our Light Up City Hall
Festivities.
co-planners come in
Yes.
here with a variety of activities. We've got, I don't have exact times to give out, but we've got a variety of things where we're going to have, and this is free. This is free for people to enjoy, right? That's important. Face painting, dancers.
Rich Rothstein, the musician, he'll be there
magician.
again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
I haven't
No,
seen
he's
him.
there every year, but he does performs other places around town,
Okay.
but he's very good.
And then we've got, looks like we've got some singers, some carol. Oh, they're going to have carolers strolling around. We've got another choir, another band, horse and carriage rides.
Yes. And I think they're going to put another one on. They're going to be 2 instead of 1 because there's such a demand for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it looks like we've got some other, so basically what's going to happen is these activities go on after the parade, not only around City Hall and on the parking deck, but it looks like in churches inside too.
Yes.
So it's try to give people some activities to do before everything is set up in front of City Hall,
Yeah.
right? For the light up,
Yeah.
for the light up
And
portion.
since Jill blew us off tonight, everybody has to come and watch.
Jill blew us off.
So I'm going to let this be known that Jill is a very good singer, and everybody should come just to hear her sing.
Oh, Jill knows how to sing?
Oh, yeah.
Well, see, okay.
So Jill, you better be in shape for that.
That's
Get over
right.
your cold.
That's right, that's right. She's going to, when she sees this, or when she sees the video, she's going to be like, oh, you guys turned me in. You guys made fun of me.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, well, next time then when we invite you to be on the show, then you're going to have to
Right.
come so you can defend yourself, right?
Exactly.
See, I didn't know she sang.
Oh, yeah, she's a very good singer.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. So,
I was surprised.
Wow.
2 years ago, I first heard her sing.
Wow. So what has your experience been, with these parades? Have you had any really interesting or outrageous, like performer experiences or stuff when you've been organizing it? Is there anything that's really stood out in your mind?
Well, last year, when we were talking about the NFA football team, we had problems with the hitch for Santa's sleigh. It come loose from the truck that was pulling it.
Oh, no,
So
really?
we put the football team on the trailer to keep it down, keep the weight down on the truck so it
Oh,
wouldn't come
really?
loose. Yeah.
Did anybody know that's why you did it?
Nobody knew it. And the football team rode the trailer all the way down to City Hall. But, these are things that happened that a little bit of ingenuity.
That's right,
But,
that's right. Well, because Santa does show up for our
Yes,
parade.
yes.
Santa's already, we had to book
He's the
him.
reason for the parade.
We had to book him
Yes.
quite far in advance. Like, we had to
advance.
book him from last year, I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yes,
Because you
we
got to
did.
tell him right away, because he
Yeah.
gets really busy,
Yeah.
right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Things start to speed
And I
up for
think he's
Santa.
bringing Mrs. Claus with him this year.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, well,
So,
that's
yeah.
good. That's good. She
Yeah, she
doesn't
has
always get a
some,
chance to
yeah.
get out. She's always staying home,
Yeah, she gets-
preparing for Santa to return.
Yes, and make sure he takes care of himself.
That's right, that's right. So she'll get to come out and enjoy it a little bit.
Yes.
And then Santa will stay, he'll stay, and he will be part of all the festivities.
Yes, he
So
will.
everybody will
Yeah.
have a chance to view Santa.
And do we have the name of the winner that's going to light up?
Oh, that's right. What we do have is, what we did this year was, and I'm glad you brought that up because I'd almost forgotten we picked the theme, but we didn't tell them how. That's good. The committee couldn't come up with an agreement on a theme.
Right.
So you said, why don't we just put it out to the public and let them decide. So we ran a contest for a little over a month in the summertime. And the winner of the contest who picked the Ring in the Holidays theme is Joni Trementozzi. Her family's been in Norwich for a very long time. As a matter of fact, when I called her to tell her that she won, she was so excited because she said, because I said, you or someone you designate's going to get to help flip the switch to light up all those lights on City Hall. And she says, oh, my 7-year-old daughter's going to love to do that.
Yeah.
So she's all excited. And I actually offered him a chance to ride in the parade, but you talk about the history of Norwich and people watching this parade for a long time. She has family members that live on McKinley Avenue, and evidently her family has been watching the parade there for as long as they've had it, or whatever parades, because I think there's always been parades for
it goes down
years.
the same road,
For
yeah.
years, like Rose Arts went through
Yeah.
there, and so she was really excited. So
Yeah,
she says,
good.
my daughter's going to be really excited to do this. So it should really be a good day. I don't know when people, do most people when they come, I mean, everybody can't walk to the parade, so where do people, how do they end up, there's a lot of streets that are blocked too, so I don't know where people end up parking. They park at,
Well, they usually come to down by the monuments for the Veterans Monument there.
Okay.
We usually set up a tent there, a welcome tent, and we have the map where they go.
But
So
this is for the participants.
This is for the
How about
participants.
people watching the parade? Because not everybody that watches, some people must drive and have to park places, but there's a lot of
Yeah,
roads that are
there's
closed.
side streets where you can park. On
They can
Broad
do
Street,
that?
a lot of people
Okay.
park on Broad Street and
Okay.
Washington Street,
Okay.
and then walk over.
Right, and then some people may choose to park downtown and
Yeah.
walk up to their spot so that they end up, because they'll be parking, even though there won't be upper deck parking, there'll be lower deck parking, and there's parking on the weekends probably. I'm just trying to give people some options if they've
Yeah.
never come
Well,
before.
most of the parking garages they can use, because that's
Right.
that's not on the
Right,
path
they
of the
can
parade.
use all the parking garages, and, so I just want to make sure people
Mm-hmm.
know where they'll be able to park. We also may be putting up for a short period of time so people know, if you're on Facebook, look out for a Facebook page that'll just be the Norwich Winter Festival Parade and light up City Hall, so that you can go onto Facebook and like that page, and then if we have any updates to information,
Right.
you'll get that.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably be putting some, we'll be on the radio,
Yeah,
right?
we'll be on 106.5 and the local channels here too, and it'll be in the paper also.
Right,
We'll be running
right.
it.
So everybody will know.
Yeah.
They'll be able to, but they can put it on their calendar for November 24th, that they'll know where they're going to be.
The parade kicks off at 1:30.
Yeah, yeah. So, and they should just plan to be, there's also, when the parade is done and the Light Up City Hall activities are done, they shouldn't forget there's some great places to eat downtown
yeah.
too. We've
Yep.
got Right over on Franklin Street, we've got Chaser's Bar and Grill. We've got Harp and Dragon over on Main Street. We've
Yep.
got La Stella.
Billy Wilson's.
And Billy Wilson's is also doing food.
Yeah.
I think they have, somebody talked, they have really great wings, you
Yeah.
know, but I bet you,
They usually have parade specials.
do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of the downtown merchants will most likely have,
Yeah.
have parade food specials too. So it's a whole day of activities.
It's a real fun day from the morning to, because people that are along the way watching, they're preparing what they want to do, you know,
Right,
coming to the parade and everything. So it's
Yeah.
and it's a lot of fun, and I would say most people would enjoy best downtown because that's where the reviewing stand's going to be, and plus
Okay.
light up City Hall. So if they
Okay.
get a parking spot downtown, they can just stay there.
okay, yeah. I'm not sure if you can, I think on the weekends you can park in the, I want to say over between Chestnut and Franklin in the Snet lot too. I don't want to commit to that, but I think.
No, I don't, because we use a lot of that for floats when they,
Oh,
at
do
the
you
end of the
really?
parade.
Okay, so
Yeah.
don't park there.
No.
Forget I said that.
But there's plenty of parking downtown, there really
Yeah,
is.
yeah, no, there really is, and that's
Yeah.
one thing people have been saying, oh, where do you park downtown? But there is actually plenty of parking downtown, and the garages on Main Street and Market Street will both,
free.
are free parking, yeah.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be any issue. So there's several ways for people to get, there's a parade entry form. I don't know if there's anybody else still out there that wants to enter, but if
Yeah.
they want to, the deadline is November 16th. You can call Dave Wigfield at 860-334-2706.
Correct.
If they're interested and they want a parade entry form, or they can send an email to the email address we created, norwichwinterfestival@yahoo.com. So that should get people the parade forms. I want to
Yeah.
thank you very much for
you.
coming on. We got a meeting tomorrow night,
Yes,
so
we
I get
do.
to see you again, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
While this is airing, we'll be in our meeting.
Okay.
And I guess everybody here wanted me to remind everybody viewing that November 6th is Election Day. We'll be electing a president. We'll be electing a lot of important offices. So let's make sure we get out to vote on November 6th.
Yes.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you.